What's going on, you guys? It's John3D back with another Minecraft PlayStation 3 tutorial, and today we're just going to be going over some of the most basic concepts in Redstone, and just powering it up with some few basic switches. And I'm just going to be going over pretty much the bottom right corner of the redstone contraptions, and later on I'll go into some more much more complex contraptions and what you could really do with it. So first of all, there's a redstone lamp, and you could really power it up really easily. Makes light. Just you need a lever, and lever connected to redstone powers it up. Even no matter what side it is, it will just power it up. It doesn't matter what side it's facing. I mean, what side the lever is facing. Either way, it's gonna power up in any way. And you could even power it up through a block, since when you pretty much turn this down, it turns on the block, and the block pretty much acts as a redstone signal. It pretty much powers anything that's connected to it, so it will even power this up. Something pretty cool like that. You could power up multiple levers and it won't really affect it. All of them will power up. No matter what side you power it up from, it'll all power up. You'll have to turn them all off, if I figured it out. Yeah, I guess it was on. But yeah, you could power it up from any side, no matter where you turn on the lever. And right here, you could even power it up from the bottom. You can even power it up from the top. So pretty neat there. And using a button, the difference between a lever and a button is that the button will obviously just stay turned on just for a few seconds. Sorry, I'm just a bit stuttery right now. I don't know why. So you could even do the same thing as the lever portrays from the bottom and the top. Now, wooden buttons in Minecraft, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3 do not have a difference, really. They just have a different texture and color. But on PC, they actually do have a difference. In PC, arrows that are shot at the button, it would activate the button. But however, I'm not sure if the developers 4J Studio oversaw this as one of the features, but yeah, it just doesn't turn on. You have to turn it on manually on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 version of the game. So right here, these are pressure plates, stone pressure plate, and the wooden pressure plate. Now the difference between pressure plates is that the wooden pressure plates will activate if an item is dropped on top of it. However, the stone pressure plate will not activate, only the wooden pressure plate. Mobs could even go over pressure plates and it will activate it. Even players that have their privileges turned off, they'll even activate it too. So keep an eye out for that. And this is a redstone torch. A redstone torch basically powers up anything in the surrounding area from any direction, bottom to top, or these four directions, not diagonal. But yeah, it's an always turned on redstone signal, but you can even turn it off by just like, you can put a button to turn it off or send a redstone signal. My bad. So you can turn it off. If you send a redstone signal like this, you can even turn it off just like that. And so that can be really used in different ways. So, but in this way, you cannot turn it on through the use of, although it does turn everything on around it, it does not turn on things that are diagonal to it, like this redstone does. It could turn on anything on the top, like if I was to place the redstone lamp, and pretty cool there. But yeah, it doesn't work the same way how these like buttons and levers work, because it's already turned on signal. So that's why these don't go. But let's say you were to put one here, it would turn on, because obviously this one's touching this one. You just have to think about it blocks. If the block's connecting, imagine the redstone torch as a block, and if it's touching and imagine the redstone dust as a block. If they're touching each other, they're gonna turn each other on. So it's not a bit wrong, but yeah. Alright, so that's why it works like this. It doesn't work like this, like I said. It'll only turn on things that are right next to them. Think block connections. That's how you'll know if it'll turn on. So now we're just going to see how much, there's a limit to how much redstone dust could reach a redstone connection. So it is 10 block distance of redstone. And then right here we'll have 15 blocks distance of redstone, which is pretty much the max amount. It is pretty much as close as you get. And right here, if I turn this off and turn this on, you'll see that it doesn't get to it. So let me just, I forgot to turn these all off. Oh well, derpy shelling. So yeah, so you'll see right here there's about a 5 block distance. That's because there's 5 more blocks of distance from when we turn this one on. As you can see, it turns on, but this one doesn't, because 15 is the max amount, even if we turn this one on. So we'll just turn them all on. It won't really make a difference. They're all just one more distance from each other. And so you'll see that the distance increase. This one's on, this one's off, on, off, on, off, on, off. And since this one barely goes again, this is a 15 block distance one, so it'll turn on just right. And now we'll just go over this part. It doesn't matter how the redstone plays, as long as each one's gonna act as 1 block of distance. So if I push the button, it's gonna turn on. It doesn't matter if it's going up or down, it's still just 1 block of distance based on the axis of your map, the X and Z coordinates, not the Y coordinates. So right here, this one, so right here, the repeaters, this is a redstone repeater. They can only be placed, you must place them towards the redstone that it's trying to turn on, or else it will not work. So if I go over here and just turn this on, and so it must be facing this. You cannot place it like this, or like this, or like this. It must be, you must face the redstone you want it to connect to, and it will power on as long as there is redstone signal being turned on right to it. Same thing applies no matter where you put the repeater. The repeater pretty much resets the 15 block distance of redstone limit. So right here, it's not going to turn on because there's it doesn't reach. So let's just see, there's 3 blocks distance right here. 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so 14, 15. By 1 block, it misses it. It just resets it. It doesn't make it unlimited redstone lineup or anything like that. So basically, it doesn't matter how many repeaters you have here. They'll all get to it, just like that and that. And if you're wondering if repeaters have anything to do with speed, they don't. Let's just go to this one. If I turn this one on first, some people suspect that it will be the fastest one there, but it won't. Watch, even if I turn this one on first and then get this one, look which one lights up first. So obviously that one lights up first, but for some reason you might have noticed that one lights up longer. And so I'll just turn it on again just to see a demonstration. You see it's going a bit slower, but the reason why is because, let's even look at these. You'll see these right now. It's because these, once you place a repeater, you could set them into a certain node. So once you interact with it, and you interact with it, you'll see right now, the same button you use to go into a crafting table, you'll be able to activate it. And the further away these sticks are from each other, the slower it's going to send a redstone signal. And since these are all set into their fastest node, it's going to take a lot less time than if they were set to their slowest nodes like these. And that's why this one took longer to get over there, but it also delayed the time, so it made it gradually a little more long lasting. But yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2. And so, but redstone, it doesn't affect the time limit. Even if you make it slower, it does not affect the time limit of how much it's turned on. Just keep a note of that. And so you could even do it through blocks. It works out how you power up redstone through blocks, and it'll just get eventually to that part. And you could even do it, since the repeater faces the block, it'll turn on whatever's on it or around it. So even if I do this, and you could even connect this right there, they'll both turn on. And you'll see on this side, it's going to turn on also. So it doesn't matter if it's going up or down. It's gonna, if you face a repeater towards a block and it's gonna get a redstone signal, then it's gonna turn on the same exact way of how when we went with the buttons and levers and stuff, but it doesn't, but not like the redstone torch. So it activates, and you can't do it like this though. It will not work. Just show you. Yeah, it doesn't work because it's trying to send a signal to a block that's right here. But if you do that, it's gonna send the signal, and since every surrounding block that's around it, pretty much every block that's touching. So pretend these. I'll give a better demonstration of how you can turn off torches. So let's just turn this off. And you'll see right here, I'll turn these on. This is going to turn on because of this is pretty much touching this. Imagine blocks, remember. Imagine blocks touching each other. And if they're touching each other, they'll turn on. Okay? So, and yeah, that's why it turns on right there. And nothing will turn on when I put it in here. So, it's just turn on again. You'll see the torches turn off themselves, because this activates the block, and since the redstone torches were already on, pretty much think of like batteries. Positive and negative still equals a negative. Negative, pretty much a type of magnet type of sequence. Positive and negative. Think positive and negative, so it's giving a negative charge, and these are already negative, so 2 negatives equals a positive. And so they all work together to light up the block. And we'll just go to our last one here, just going more in depth. So I just want to make this clear. Redstone repeaters tend to be a bit tricky. So I faced this one. You just have to remember that no matter how it's faced, they all must be facing the way you want them to go. So I can make it go this way. It doesn't matter. You don't have to. Redstone signals do not all have to be straight. I just did it for this tutorial just because it makes it easier to organize. You can make them go in whatever direction you want. So let's just say like this. You could send them different directions. Works the same way. You can turn them on all at the same time also. So yeah, it's just pretty much an arrow game. Redstone repeaters can be thought of as arrows, and since no arrow is connected to the back to it, the arrow can't send anything to the front. But when a redstone signal is connected to the back, it'll send a redstone signal forward. So that's just the basics. I really wanted to get this basic redstone tutorial out of the way. That way I can show you guys some pretty awesome and really cool, like really standard type of redstone contraptions I'll be able to show you in other future videos. So if you guys were able to learn anything, or you thought this was a good use of your time, I know a lot of you guys know a lot of this stuff. I would assume. So thanks a lot, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe always really helps out the channel. If you really enjoyed, please, if you want a tutorial on any redstone contraption, I'll do my best. If you've seen anything cool on PC, well, that doesn't pertain to command blocks, since command blocks are not on the PS3 edition yet, but there's still a possibility they will add it. But I heard there's a chance they won't add it because of something having to do with the coding and not being possible, since PC Minecraft is written in Java, and this is either written in C++ or C number or Objective-C, one of those. Hope you guys learned. It was really pretty fun actually doing this tutorial. Keep being awesome, and I'll see you guys next time. If you have any video suggestions, please comment down, and or if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Thanks a lot, you guys. See you guys next time.